Okay, so I normally deep condition on Sundays, like every other Sunday. Um, and today's Friday, but I'm gonna go ahead and deep condition my hair today, because I think I'm gonna put in some twists, and I want to have, time to do it at a leisurely pace. They're not gonna be many twists; they're gonna be, normal size twists. But I just want to not have to rush and push myself through it. I'm gonna do it on wet hair. I want to avoid blow drying or flat ironing my hair at least till Christmas, um, because I am trying to grow out my hair as long as possible. My goal is to get my hair about. I have to get my tippy toes, but like I'm wearing a sports bra, and so the band is kind of thick, and I want my hair to fall to the bottom of that band. By my EAOS date, which is when my enlistment contract is up. And I think that's a reasonable goal. I have a little less than 3 years left. So I feel like that goal is very, very attainable, and I should be there before then. But I also want to be reasonable. Anyways, so what I'm planning to do is I've had my hair. I went to the gym yesterday, and in the locker room, I was in there a long time. I rinsed my hair very thoroughly for quite some time, and then I really didn't put anything on it. What I did do was put just a little bit of my mimosa hair honey just on the very tips of this. I didn't want to leave my ends, totally bare. But I didn't put any product on it because I'm not going to shampoo and condition my hair prior to deep conditioning today. So I want my hair to be, sort of clean. And so what I'm going to use for deep conditioning this time is my Palmer's Coconut Oil Formula with Vitamin E Deep Conditioning Protein Pack. I love this stuff. I've only used it maybe twice before because I have a hard time finding it for some reason. But it's awesome. I really, really love it, and they pack a lot in this pack. Like, I don't have to worry about having enough of it. It's only like 99 cents. But I normally use my Organic Root Stimulator Replenishing Conditioner as a deep conditioner. It's really thick. It has a lot of slip. I feel like it really penetrates the hair shaft. I really, really like it. But I like to switch it up. That's for moisturizing. This is for protein. So I'm going to do that. And then what I'm going to do differently is I'm going to put my hair in 4 quadrants, and I'm going to, while it's still relatively dry, so I may miss just a little bit of water to make it easier. I'm going to do everything with my fingers, and I'm just going to, while I'm leisurely watching TV, really separate, really get those tangles out really, really gently. And then when my hair is pretty much detangled, while my hair is dry, I'm going to slather this over the 4 quadrants. And then the plan was to use my hooded bonnet, but I forgot that I purchased this. I haven't blow dried my hair in so long. I forgot I purchased this blow dryer because I was intending on wearing a lot of blowouts, to really. But then, I got on my protective hair kick, and I haven't been blowing dry my hair at all. So this was kind of a waste of money, but it was only like 15 bucks anyway at the exchange. I got this sometime in the summer. So yeah, and this bonnet requires you to use like a traditional, little round blow dryer, which I had one, but it's at my mom's house. That's like 40 minutes away, and I'm not in the mood. So what I'm planning to do is after I put this on, I'm just gonna take the naked blow dryer and kind of, sort of around the area. And then I'm gonna put my cap on, a plastic cap, and then wrap a towel around that and kind of hopefully trap the heat and also trap into my body heat, and maybe that will be sufficient. After that, I've already taken showers, so I can do in the shower like I should. I'm going to take the little spout that I wash the dishes with and the little nozzle and rinse upright, leaning like this. Natural girls don't do the upside down business. And thoroughly rinse that out. And as I'm rinsing, get out any minor little kinks that may still be in there, and then I'm going to twist it up. Now, what I'm going to do is when I originally went natural, I kind of was having a tough time finding my way, and I was watching so many different YouTube channels, and they all kind of had their own methods, their own philosophies on product ingredients and all that stuff. And even though I just had my natural hair anniversary of 2 years, I'm still kind of finding my way. You know, I'm a big believer in protective styles, obviously. I'm sort of a minimalist. I do monitor my ingredients, but I'm not steadfast with that. I avoid minimal oil. I try to avoid parabens. I definitely avoid, what's that called, beeswax. Um, and unless I'm flat ironing my hair, I avoid silicones. Um, and I used to avoid all kinds of alcohol, but I did a little research and I'm finding STEARL, STEARYL is supposed to be a good alcohol to have in deep conditioners, which I have not purchased any new deep conditioners since I found that out, so I don't have any products with it in it. But yeah, I'm constantly learning and growing within my journey. But you know, there's still some things that I'm tweaking and working on, and that's why I'm trying this dry deep conditioning again. I tried it once before and I can't really remember the results, but I'm definitely going to try it again because it just makes sense. Your hair is a sponge. If it's already filled with water, it can only soak in so much conditioner. So if I'm starting with a blank slate, it should be able to, as porous as my hair is, just soak in all that good stuff and then be rinsed clean. That just makes sense to me. So I'm definitely going to try to incorporate that into my routine. I'm definitely going to keep up with my protective styles, and I'm going to try to move back to the twist. Tori Deanna. It has been a long time since I said her channel, but I believe that was her name. Tori Deanna lives by two-strand twist. That's like her favorite protective style, and I always had an issue doing it because of the shrinkage. And now the shrinkage doesn't bother me so much, but it's the unraveling. To be fair, I've only done two-strand twists 3 times in the 2 years that I've been natural, so that's really not a fair test. So I'm going to try them again. They're fairly low maintenance, much more so than braids. There's not quite as much pulling, not quite as much detangling necessary. The takedown is much faster, so it makes sense to at least give them another try. In addition to that, Kimetube was really instrumental in me beginning to figure out, hey, there's a science to this thing. You know, there's a reason that there's that stigma that black women can't grow hair. It's because a lot of us, unfortunately, don't have hair of our own, and it's even to the point where many of us believe it ourselves. You know, it's a white girl thing. You know, it's an Asian girl thing. They just can grow hair, you know, more easily than we can. And to a certain extent, it may be true, just because of 2 things that I believe. One, their scalp tends to be a little more oily, which is why it's almost required for them to wash their hair every day. But also, I mean, if your hair is straight, the natural oils that your hair creates, I mean, it's very easy for them to seep down throughout your hair. But if your hair has many curls and bends and twirls and tangles in it, it's hard for those natural oils to get way down here. So your hair can be dry, and if you don't have a solid regimen and you're really moisturizing and taking care of it, it's easy for your hair to break off at the same rate that it's growing. And so it seems like your hair isn't growing. I mean, that just makes sense to me. And yeah, just really paying attention to what Kimetube was doing really helped me to kind of hone in on the principles that are most important. My regimen is not fine-tuned, but I have, you know, things that I stand on and certain things that I stick to. And I'm blabbing on and on and on and on. But yeah, my quick breakdown of what my regimen is for right now is to wash my hair between every 7 and 12 days. Normally I do it on Sundays, but every once in a while I lag behind and won't make it till Tuesday. But generally I wash on Sundays. I do not wash with shampoo every Sunday. It just depends what's in my hair. If I use any kind of gel, I definitely wash it. But if some weeks I don't really put anything on it besides the mimosa hair honey or just my leave-in and then just mixing with water each day, on those days I'll just co-wash. I deep condition. Try to do it once a week, but I normally end up doing it twice a month. Um, and as far as ingredients, I don't think that's as important because it's about the routine more so than about the product. It's just whatever your hair likes. Um, yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Now, what I'm going to try differently this week, well, which is not too different, but I'm going to kick it up a notch, is I'm not going to use any moisturizing products. I'm solely going to moisturize with water, and then I'm going to seal with something. And I can't decide if I'm going to do the argan oil, um, or if I'm going to do the mimosa hair honey, or I haven't decided what I'm going to seal with. But as far as a moisturizer, a daily thing, I'm just going to be using water. And I think that's going to work out for me. As far as the trimming, I don't trim my hair very often at all. And once upon a time, I was trimming sort of not really on a schedule, but just more than I should have been, because I thought, I mean, to have your healthy, you have to trim it, and that's not necessarily true. If you're using a lot of heat, if you're, doing a lot of styling, a lot of brushing, obviously your hair is taking sort of a beating on a regular basis, and your ends can be weathered, and they need to trim more. But I rarely use heat. I've flat ironed my hair probably 3.5 times since I've been natural, and I say half because I bought an InStyler and I had the front braided, so I just tested out the back, so I count that as a half. So about 3.5 times since I've been natural. I've blow dried more often, probably about 6 times. And so I utilize a lot of protective styling. I don't wear my hair out that much, and if I do, it's for a day. Like a twist down. I took my braids, I took my twist down, and so my ends don't take that much of a beating. In uniform, I always have to have my hair pinned up or in a bun, so my ends are normally protected Monday through Friday. I don't have a lot of issues with that, so I don't really trim it, especially since I've been watching Kim A-Tube and I've learned how to, the shed hairs. Take a piece out, take a sample or two, and put it against something black. Do I see the bulb? Yeah, okay, it's not breaking. Flip it on the other end. Does it look the same throughout the entire strand? Is it split on the end? Is it thinner on the end? No, it looks the same. That means my hair is healthy. So why am I cutting anything off? I'm supposed to be growing hair, not taking it off. And so that's where I am as far as trimming goes. I will do another, I'll come back and show you briefly how the twists turn out, but that's about it as for where I am in my journey and where I am with my hair regimen, and I'll try to keep you guys updated. Peace.